Are Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz really on the edge of divorce? That's the question that's been spreading like wildfire across social media, with fans convinced that after 15 years of marriage, the power couple might finally be calling it quits. But when Swizz himself stepped in to respond, he didn't just deny the gossip. He exposed the way fake news and fan speculation can twist the truth into a headline. And his response? Let's just say it left people talking even more. It all started with whispers online. Small comments on fan pages pointing out that Alicia wasn't wearing her ring in a couple of casual photos, or speculation that Swizz had been spotted at industry events without her. From there, the chatter snowballed. Every vague social media caption was treated like a hidden clue, and every public appearance, or lack of one, was twisted into a narrative of trouble in paradise. By late August, the noise had gotten loud, enough that even people who weren't following the couple closely started to notice. The Shade Room, a hub for celebrity gossip and speculation, reposted a lighthearted clip of Alicia and Swizz dancing together. To most people, it looked like a normal, sweet moment between a husband and wife, but the comments section turned it into something else entirely. Hundreds of fans insisted the smiles looked forced, with one commenter writing, "They're just putting on a show. You can tell something's off." Others claimed the video was proof they were hiding something, with rumors that divorce papers were already signed, spreading rapidly across Twitter and Instagram. It was like people were determined to find cracks in the relationship, even when the evidence didn't add up. And that's the thing about celebrity culture today. Once a rumor starts, it takes on a life of its own. Algorithms boost the most. Dramatic takes, gossip blogs repost the spiciest comments, and fans begin connecting dots that may not even exist. In just a matter of days, a random Instagram clip of Alicia and Swizz went from being harmless couple content to the center of a full-blown divorce conspiracy. For a couple that's been together since 2010, this wasn't the first time their marriage had been under the microscope, but the intensity of the speculation this time felt different. Even loyal fans who had celebrated their anniversary just weeks before were starting to wonder if there might actually be trouble brewing. And that pressure, the endless cycle of questions, gossip, and speculation, was exactly what pushed Swizz to finally break his silence. Swizz jumped into the Shade Room comments with a message that immediately shut down the noise. He wrote, "Everybody knew we was divorced but us. We found out on our 15-year anniversary vacation." It was sarcastic, sure, but it also carried a sharp edge, pointing out just how ridiculous the rumors had become. He didn't stop there. Swizz added, "People rather believe fake gossip instead of the truth because they're miserable. We have nothing to do with that. Bless up." His frustration was clear. After all, how do you prove to millions of strangers that your marriage is strong when gossip blogs thrive on the opposite narrative? But instead of just defending himself, he flipped the script. He called out the culture of negativity, the way people feed off celebrity drama because it distracts from their own lives. And for fans who had been following the rumor mill closely, his words hit hard. Alicia herself didn't need to clap back in comments. Her response was much softer, but just as powerful. Back in July, long before the rumors spiraled, she had already posted a heartfelt Instagram tribute for their 15-year anniversary. Alongside a carousel of photos showing snapshots of their journey together, from early red carpet appearances to intimate family vacations, she wrote, "15 years of magic and we're just getting started." The post radiated joy. It wasn't polished PR. It felt like something personal, a peek into her world beyond the spotlight. Fans immediately flooded the comments with congratulations, calling them a real example of love in Hollywood. One follower wrote, "When the world is looking for drama, Alicia shows nothing but light." Another added, "This is what it looks like when you choose love every single day." But what really stood out was her language. She didn't just celebrate the past. She made it clear that she saw her marriage as something still growing, still evolving. And in the comments under Swizz's own anniversary post, she doubled down, writing, "I adore you beyond words, my king. We are more connected than ever, forevermore." For Alicia, Words like these are not just captions, they're extensions of who she is. Since the early days of her career, she's been known for spreading messages of positivity, self-love, and resilience. So it wasn't surprising that instead of addressing gossip directly, she chose to drown it out with love. While blogs were speculating about divorce, Alicia was putting energy into gratitude and devotion, and that contrast spoke volumes. It made fans question why negativity always gets more attention than truth. Why does a baseless rumor trend faster than a heartfelt anniversary tribute? For Alicia and Swizz, it seemed clear. They weren't going to let the noise dictate their story. Adding even more fuel to the story, the couple had just taken a romantic anniversary trip to Tokyo, a destination known for its vibrant culture, futuristic cityscape, and serene traditions. Swizz documented their travels with a mix of playful photos and heartfelt captions, writing, "Positive vibes only, blessings and endless love." The images showed them strolling through bustling Tokyo streets, sharing sushi at a cozy restaurant, and laughing together in candid moments that didn't look staged for the cameras. Alicia looked relaxed, often without heavy glam, just enjoying the city with her husband. Swizz snapped a few behind-the-scenes shots of her in temples and gardens, smiling in ways that spoke louder than words. Fans who followed their trip online immediately pointed out how natural and genuine their connection seemed. One comment read, "This doesn't look like two people on the edge of divorce. It looks like two best friends celebrating life." Another added, "Tokyo is the city of lights, but these two bring their own glow." Even more telling, Alicia and Swizz didn't curate a picture-perfect fantasy. They shared funny, imperfect moments, the kind couples only post when they're comfortable and happy. At one point, Swizz joked about struggling with chopsticks, while Alicia teased him in the background. These weren't PR stunts, they were reminders of the everyday bond that still defines their marriage. But here's the irony. While fans on their pages celebrated the trip, gossip outlets barely mentioned it. Instead, they focused on fueling divorce rumors, ignoring the posts that directly contradicted the narrative. It's a clear example of how celebrity culture works. The positive often gets buried, while the negative spreads like wildfire. And that disconnect left one big question hanging in the air. If everything looked so perfect between them, why do the rumors keep coming back again and again? To really understand why divorce rumors about Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz stick so easily, you have to rewind to the late 2000s. Their love story didn't begin in a quiet, drama-free way. At the time, Swizz was still legally married to singer Mashonda, though he later said the relationship was already over. But when Alicia and Swizz were first linked, Mashonda spoke out publicly, claiming that Alicia had gotten involved before. Her marriage was officially done. In a now famous open letter, Mashonda accused Alicia of contributing to the breakdown of her family, writing directly to her on social media and even tagging her. That letter went viral, painting Alicia as a homewrecker in the eyes of critics. For Alicia, who had always built her career around messages of empowerment and integrity, the accusations were a heavy blow. She rarely responded, preferring to stay silent. But the damage to public perception was already done. Even after Swizz and Mashonda finalized their divorce in 2010, and Alicia married him that same year, the whispers didn't stop. The messy overlap became a permanent stain in the eyes of some fans. Whenever new rumors surfaced about trouble in their marriage, people were quick to say, "Well, what did you expect? Look how it started." Over time, things did calm down. Mashonda herself eventually worked toward healing, even co-writing a book about blended families and showing public support for a healthier dynamic between her, Swizz, and Alicia. But the internet never forgets. Screenshots of that open letter still resurface every few years, reigniting the debate about how their relationship began. And that's why, more than a decade later, critics are still ready to pounce. Any sign of trouble gets linked back to those early accusations, as if the past is waiting to repeat itself. For Alicia and Swizz, that's the shadow they've had to live with. And one reason gossip about their marriage is always quick to catch fire. But beyond the rumors and online noise, Alicia and Swizz's real legacy isn't just about music or fame. It's about the family they've built together. Their two sons, Egypt and Genesis, have grown up surrounded by creativity, culture, and a lot of love. Egypt, born in 2010, has already made headlines for showing an interest in music, sometimes joining his parents in the studio and even playing piano alongside his mom on stage. Genesis, born in 2014, is often featured in Alicia's playful Instagram stories, showing off his big personality and love for adventure. Alicia has spoken in interviews about how becoming a mother transformed her perspective on everything, from her career choices to her activism. She often describes her kids as her grounding force, the reason she strives to create balance in a chaotic industry. Fans see her motherhood posts not as glossy PR, but as authentic snapshots of a woman who values family above all else. Swizz, meanwhile, is known for embracing his role as a father figure, not only to his children with Alicia, but also to his older kids from previous relationships. His journey hasn't been without challenges. Blending families in the public eye is never easy, and early on there were tensions with his ex, Mashonda. But over the years, they all made a conscious effort to move past the drama. In fact, Mashonda, Alicia, and Swizz co-authored a book called Blend: The Secret to Co-Parenting and Creating a Balanced Family, where they shared the lessons they learned about communication, healing, and putting children first. That alone speaks volumes about where their priorities truly lie. For all the gossip about divorce and rumors of infidelity, their actions show something entirely different: a commitment to creating stability for their kids. And that's why, for many fans, the idea of Alicia and Swizz breaking up feels so far removed from reality. Their bond isn't just about romance, it's about family, and that's a foundation not easily shaken. One thing that makes this latest clapback so surprising is just how rare it is. Alicia and Swizz have made an art of staying above the fray. For years, when gossip headlines tried to drag their marriage into messy narratives, they rarely addressed it directly. Instead, they leaned on subtle but powerful reminders of their bond: family photos, anniversary tributes, or just living their lives without feeding the negativity. Alicia especially has built her brand around grace and intentional silence. She's not the type to jump on Instagram Live and rant about rumors. Her approach has always been to project love, positivity, and strength, letting her music and her actions speak louder than any tabloid headline. That's part of why fans connect so deeply with her. She embodies calm in the middle of chaos. Swizz, on the other hand, has a more playful, outspoken personality. He's known for his charisma, his love of art, and his willingness to speak his mind. But even he has generally avoided giving oxygen to gossip. So when he finally fired back in the Shade Room comments, it wasn't just a defense of his marriage. It was a moment of frustration breaking through years of restraint. It highlights the tightrope celebrities have to walk. If they ignore the rumors, people say their silence is suspicious. But if they respond, the reaction can sometimes fuel the fire even more. It's a no-win situation, and it shows the constant tension between protecting private lives and managing public narratives. For Alicia and Swizz, this moment was less about proving anything to strangers and more about reclaiming control of their own story. It was a reminder that behind the headlines are two real people trying to live and love under a microscope. And sometimes, even the most patient celebrities reach their breaking point. So, are Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz actually divorcing? All evidence points to no. In fact, everything we've seen, their anniversary trip, the heartfelt posts, the way they show up for their family, suggests the exact opposite. What the internet painted as a marriage on the verge of collapse looks in reality like a partnership that has only grown stronger with time. And that's what makes this story bigger than just two celebrities. It's a mirror held up to the culture we live in, where negativity spreads faster than positivity, and gossip often drowns out truth. A simple anniversary tribute won't go viral the way a messy rumor will. A couple laughing together in Tokyo doesn't make headlines like whispers of divorce do. But when you step back, it's clear which version of the story actually holds weight. Alicia and Swizz's journey is proof that you can't measure love by online chatter. Relationships that endure 15 years in the public eye, through controversies, careers, children, and constant scrutiny, don't happen by accident. They happen because two people keep choosing each other day after day, no matter what the world says. Of course, nobody outside their marriage knows everything. Like any couple, they've likely faced challenges we'll never see. But instead of letting those private struggles define them, they've chosen to focus on joy, family, and building a legacy together. That choice speaks louder than the loudest. Headline: At the end of the day, this isn't just about shutting down gossip. It's about rewriting the narrative, showing that love, resilience, and unity can outlast speculation. Rumors may come and go, but the story Alicia and Swizz are writing together is far bigger than any clickbait. Because while gossip trends for a week, love that lasts decades is what people remember forever.